The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Let's go. Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Prince Lucas in the building, my guy. How are you today? So your name is actually like government name is Prince Lucas.
Yeah, that's my real name.
That's tough.
Yeah. Everybody be asking me like, yo, that's your real name? I'm like, yeah, that's my real name.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
So it was always destined.
Yeah. My parents knew.
Is it when your parents named you Prince Lucas, was there like, well, obviously like we all know what Prince means, right? So, like, but like with your folks, like, why did they pick that name? Did they ever tell you like the story behind why they landed on that?
Nah, I just feel like, I don't know, they just picked it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just think they just call me Prince Lucas. I don't know.
And you were just destined for this.
Yeah.
So you were born over in Nigeria.
So yeah.
So were you always surrounded by like? Did your parents do music too? Were you always surrounded by the music as a kid?
Nah, nobody. My older brother did music, but nobody. My parents didn't do music. So yeah.
Does your older brother still do music?
Nah, he kind of like retired for me.
Why did he retire?
I don't know. He should get back into it though. But for me, he just passed the torch. He just told me to keep going. He felt like he older, so he just like say he done for me.
Was he the first one to kind of get you to start like really making music too?
Yeah, the first time I went to a studio session was because of him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I first recorded my first song, Too Real, was because of him. Sam Lukey. What
was he making?
He was making like rap music though. He was like hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like hip hop. Yeah.
So what was like for you the kind of like the stray off the path for making hip hop and decided to make more Afrobeat centric music?
That's actually a crazy story. So I first started like making like hip hop type shit. Like I was doing like singing melodic stuff or whatever. And my sister-in-law, I was like, why you not supporting me? Like, why you not supporting me or whatever? So I used to send her my music. She used to like, not care really. So and then one day she just told me like, yo, like, music is trash. Like, I don't like it or whatever, right? so I said, what's going on? But like, she was telling me like, she wanted me to be authentic to like who I was. So I digged a little deeper and I was like, I digged a little deeper and I was like, I'm gonna start like trying to make a little bit more Afro beats, and it went up from there.
So that's after she told you that your music wasn't good.
Yeah.
You were like, all right, let me try something else.
Yeah, that shit hurt. That shit hurt me. But then I made one of my biggest songs today, Back It.
I was gonna say, like, what does she think about the music you make now? Does she?
She loves my music. She loves my music now. She's one of my biggest supporters. I love her forever.
I was about to say, like, does she like? She's like, wow, I'm glad I told you that this wasn't good, because then now is like, now you actually make music that she really loves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she every time I have a show like a show and it's like, and it's about to get to like my song Back It, I always shout her out. I'll be like, yo, shout out to my sister-in-law. Like, if it wasn't for you, I would not go down this path. You told me the truth. You told me you didn't like my music. And I changed it. I switched it up. I kept working hard. And now, for me, everything moving.
That's fire. Yeah. Now, have you noticed, like, your music, when it comes to, like, when you put it out, do you see, like, the numbers reflect overseas, too, with people liking it as well and people fucking with it?
Yeah, I be having, like even today, like, people tag me from, like, Nigeria or, like, from Ghana, too. Like, they be tagging me, like, listening to my songs. And it's, like, it's crazy to me,
Have you ever been back over? Have you ever been over there, or?
Yeah, I went when I was younger, when I was, like, 6, 7 for, like, a year. I think that's why I know how to like really speak Yoruba and like I understand everything. But I haven't been back recently though.
Because I was going to say, like, it's funny when you see like the translation from the music here to over there, because, when I've had these conversations with like you, Fadi, and a bunch of the other like American artists who make Afrobeats music, it's always interesting to see like how the music translates over there, because, I feel like in the same vein as like with Latin music, with Spanish music, sometimes the music that like a Spanish artist will make here doesn't always translate or isn't always fully accepted by the people on the island. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Has that been something that you've had to overcome, or that you've even like slightly dealt with in any sense?
Now, yeah, I feel like if you're an Afrobeats artist in the United States, period, you're going to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Just because like it's always going to be like a slight disconnect, because like the things that they listen to over there is like a little bit different. Right. And now that we're here like in the United States, we make things like based off our surroundings. So like we put like our influences from like the things we hear, like in for example in Harlem, I put the things I hear from Harlem
Right.
into my music, but also adding a little Afro twist into it. So they're not gonna understand stuff like that in like Nigeria, for example.
Right.
So like I think that there's that slight disconnect, but I think overall, if the music is good, it's gonna like overpower everything.
Right.
For sure.
Because I feel like it's just like, you know, the right artist, the right time for it to really kind of boom here in America too. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same thing with like with pop or anything else. Like it just takes like one artist from a different place who's still doing the same genre.
Yeah.
But to like kind of take it to like a different level too.
Definitely. I feel like also in the UK, Afrobeats is big over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it just took like that one person. I'm not really sure who the one person was, but like it took that one person to just like, you know, like just make it move in the UK, and now it's big. Like
There's Darko, not Darko Vibes. There's Darko, the girl.
Yeah, she's fire.
She's fire too. She been cause I think she kind of lived in Nigeria and the UK if I remember our interview correctly, but spent most of her life in the UK, very similar to like how we're talking about, you know, living here. And I think that's definitely a thing too. But also like you know, their argument is just like, oh well, we're closer. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
It just depends, I guess.
Yeah, even some of my friends, they be telling me like, yo, go to the UK, you got to promote your stuff out there for me. But yeah, that's how it is. I guess they just more receptive to like Afrobeats out there.
Right, but yeah, because again, it's closer, so like I guess they feel like that disconnect is like a little smaller, being in the UK versus I guess being in America too. But at the same time, like I say with like the Spanish artists who I work with, it's like just because you know where we live over here doesn't mean that like the music that we make is any less part of the culture than what's over there. Because at the end of the day, you're still connected to your culture. I'm still connected to my culture. Still, like you know what I'm saying? It's just it's a different sound because it's a different place.
Yeah, and we all part of this culture, really.
Right.
Yeah, we're all part of it.
So we got Before the Love Party out now.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What do we with this project, right? Which one? I gotta say, I love the album cover, right? You know what I'm saying? The album cover.
Shout out Kabiru for that one.
But with this project, like going into it, what was kind of like your thought process when creating it?
So this album, I feel like I just like the last year and a half, I just tried to put it into like this album. You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with like love. Like I thought of my life as like a party, so to speak. Like I thought of me like being in a party. Like I went through the heartbreak. I went through like having fun times. Like I went through like the spending money, not giving a fuck times. I went through like being sad, and I put all of that into like this. You know what I'm saying? So like I have a track for like if I listen to any song on this EP right now, I remember exactly where I was when I made that song. You know what I'm saying? So like it's basically just like captures the last year and a half of my life.
What was your favorite track on the project?
That's a good question.
Why?
My favorite track, damn. My favorite track probably is Somebody Else. Yeah.
Why?
Because when I made that, I was really like, hurt. Like it was a time where I was hurt or whatever. So I put that into my music, and that's the most like real track I have on there for real.
You feel like that's like the most track that like people can like also relate to and kind of take in and shit.
Yeah, you know, like when you're an artist, like and you want to like write stuff and you want to like have people hear it. Sometimes you just like saying stuff because it flow or whatever. But that song right there, like I put my life into that. Like you know, like I put my real feelings into that song right there.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you go check out the album. Now, why are you laughing, GQ? Like, come on, what's up with you, bro? Be professional, please. So, what you working on right now? What do we have coming? What else we got coming this year?
We got more singles coming. Probably another project coming soon. Who knows? A deluxe probably. I got more music videos coming. We just working this year. You know what I'm saying? We just working.
Any collaborations on the way?
That's a great question. I've been working with a lot of different people. But it's soon come.
You know what I feel like? Like maybe I'm wrong, but like obviously I feel like I met a bunch of the American Afrobeat artists, especially in the tri-state area through shout out GQ in the building. But I don't know if y'all got a lot of tracks together. Now I'm thinking.
Yeah. I feel like when the time is right, I feel like everybody going like we all make music though. That's the thing. Like I just feel like when the time is right, it's gonna happen. Like we all make music together. Like we all be in the studio, we all be chilling, we all like send each other tracks or whatever. So I think it just depends on when the time is right.
GQ, you thinking what I'm thinking, right? Yeah, okay, cool.
What?
Nothing. We're on the same page. That's we're just on the same page. I'm gonna put all y'all in the studio the same day.
Nah, yeah, we gonna definitely have some hits if we put everybody in the studio. Everybody talented.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because I've been thinking about doing that for a while, too. Because, like, so I played you the Fadi track, which hopefully it's out by the time y'all see this.
Yes, sir. Shout out Fadi.
But, like, the Fadi track was originally supposed to be more than one person. But then, like, Fadi just murdered it. So I was just like, I don't want anybody else on the song but you.
Yeah.
But, like, that's something, I don't know. That's something that I personally want. Because I think it's like, if all of y'all are together in New York and in the tri-state area and in America making Afrobeat music, y'all should all be doing songs with each other, because then that's how collaboration over competition. Shout out Bo.
Yeah, that's a fact. I think if we all start we collaborate. I just think it's about, like I said, like it's the timing. I feel like we will be collaborating, but like sometimes you be in the studio, you a little sauced or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not making the right songs, or like you just fucking around type shit. So I think like when it's time, I feel like it's gonna happen. Yeah,
that's what happened. Me and GQ gonna put it together.
Yeah,
we're gonna put it together.
Yeah.
So we got more music on the way. Deluxe on the way.
Yeah.
Album out now. Make sure you go check that out.
Yes, sir.
Live performance out now. Make sure you go check that out. Before we get out of here, anything else you want to let the people know, where they can follow you at, all that good stuff? Now is the time to do it. This camera right here.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Prince Lucas. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Prince Lucas NYC. Before the Love Party is out now. The link is in my bio. Let's go.
There you go. Well, make sure you go check that out. Go run up the performance. Go run up the album. Make sure you go follow him. Go show him some love. Go show him some support. Love is free. Support is free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, Prince Lucas on the radar. We out. Bow.
Let's get it. Appreciate you, bro.
Love.
For sure.
Fucked up, Calvin.